Okay, now we'll just wait and see if everything is working. Because I have no idea. Okay. Well, this isn't pulled up yet. Hello. Is this live? That's live. Now that's live. Okay. Okay. Well, once I know everything is working, I will get the game pulled up, which it already is because that's the music in the background, so. Yeah, okay. Okay. Hopefully everything's working. Sounds good. I need to find some way to hear this for myself. And how about to pause that? Okay, let me see if I can figure out how to hear this for myself. Okay, cool. Everything seems to be working. Anyway, okay. Nope, that's all the wrong buttons. Those aren't what I want. Hello. Stream Deck. Hey, there we are. Okay, let's just dive in. Good morning. Hope you're having a fantastic morning, afternoon, or night, whenever or wherever you are watching this. I'm tired. I have nothing to eat or drink other than water. And yeah. We're gonna do some containment specialties. Securiting? Oh boy. It's not gonna go well, is it? Anyway. Okay, let's just dive in. What is this? Irregular clay pot with a height of 23 centimeters and a diameter of 28, but do not be fooled by its appearance. It's an organism, a womb. Yes, an earthen womb. SCP-660 may be safely stored in a standard safe deposit box, provided its mouth remains covered with inert Perspex disc and sealed with tamper-proof tape. Log of tests involving human experimentation with SCP-660, Lab Report 660-A, sample condition, skin flap harvested from left thigh of cadaver, D612. Donor was healthy in all respects prior to death. Sample use, tissue sample, left in 660. For 2 months duration, result daily biopsies indicate visibility of sample cells taken from tissue graft cultured into vitro, relieving a predisposition towards precancerous and cancerous growth. Lab Report 660-B, sample condition harvested from a cadaver D612, sample tissue, duration grafted onto torso of D-class personnel with 2nd and 3rd degree burns, recipient anomaly. Testing record had no contraindication. Contraindication. I can't read. I don't even know what I'm trying to read. Oh boy. 660 results tissue graft takes without complication, healing according to usual steps of adherence, serum inhibition, and revascularization. However, as is common with severe burns cases and compromised skin barrier led to infection and eventual fatal septic took shock. Post-mortem biopsy and analysis indicates skin graft would have returned in a full histographical structure and function of the recipient survived. Oh boy, okay. Conscious 614 implemented into specimen. 614 shows his demonstrated resistance and negative effects of prolonged isolation and sensory deprivation. Hello. Specimen left 660 for 2 months duration. SCP was incapable of restoring D614's consciousness to its original body after removed from SCP-660. A computer interface was developed to facilitate two-way communication with D614. However, an interview was conducted and familiarized with his interface. This expert is included below. 614 is suffocating and stretching. Dr. Brown, could you be more specific? How the hell do you think it felt? Even mice need to grow and move and live. Every part of me was straining, but I was stuck. Thought I would explode. Full contents. Right arm lost traumatic amputation. D778 was severely injured in an incident involving SCP. Lost limb recovered part of cleanup operation. Subject would not have survived immediate reattachment surgery due to other injuries involving severe vascular compromise. Severed extremity preserved in 660 in bid to preserve tissue viability. Result: right arm successfully reattached to previous owner. Subject reports return of sensation in fingers of right hand and contrary to poor prognosis due to severe tissue avulsion and nerve damage sustained in the injury. Biopsy reveals little to no precancerous cell growth. Transplant ruled tentative success. D778 has been retained for further observation. Addendum. Human testing with SCP-660 is suspended due to sudden death of 778 from teratoma with malignant transformation. I've seen fetus to fetu before, but never have I had one try to grab my probe during autopsy. Dr. Grayson, Appendix 730-2012. As of today, 660-1 has been neutralized. 660 no longer exhibits any forms of shapes and is classified as safe by the Foundation. Safe? Was there other red text up here? Okay. And safe by the Foundation. Transferred Reliquary Research Institute. Submit. Oh boy. I'm not going to read through all this. No, thank you. The original tree is still in Japan, owned by the government. However, government denied existence. Addendum 143-2, SCP-143 is to be watered twice every day on a regular basis via a large sprinkler system unless already watered. Testing logs. Hardness. Appendix. Submit. SCP-261 safety regulation stipulates that 261 may be used a maximum of 10 times per 24-hour period. No transaction value exceeded the equivalent of 500 Japanese yen. However, in view of necessity, the experiment the Foundation has approved, Dr. Request of SCP-261, a high-frequency Coke Zero, a can of Diet Coke packaged in English, Cheetos, a small bag of Cheetos. Did I already put this in here? Okay. Black, a single pack of caffeinated chewing gum, Yan, Pepsi Dragon Twist, Dark Side Cola, Little Bakery 7-grain, lemon clams, Diet Ghost, and Unknown, a small mesh bag filled with a small, multicolored pyramid. Packaging is unknown language. Pyramids found to be very hard and unpleasant tasting, compared to chalk in taste and consistency. When placed in hot water, pyramids open to produce strings that quickly dissolve, coloring the water the same shade as the pyramid. Water had no additional taste, but testing revealed a sharp increase in mineral, carbohydrate, and protein content. Several minerals unidentified in this present time. The content was found to be consistent with the recommended daily intake of nutrients for adult humans. Researcher ingesting the water reported stomach cramps, 2 hours, but no other effect. Aluminum box with a small glass window on the side. Large round button on the top. Packaging unknown language. Box is seamless and appears to be filled with small round animals covered in fur, each with 3 small paws and a single large eye. Pressing the button causes the inside of the box to rapidly become superheated, cooking the small animals alive. Muffled noises and scratching were heard for several seconds during the cooking process. After 1 minute and 30 seconds, the front panel opens to give access to new cooked animals. Professor Kane volunteered to eat the animals, with no further researchers willing to do so. Taste described as crunchy and spicy with a small hint of beef. Unknown. Tall, thin aluminum can. Packaging unknown language. Opening the can caused a chemical reaction with the liquid inside the can. Liquid was apparently not intended for oxygenated atmosphere and detonated violently, causing several injuries and killing 2 researchers. Testing discontinued. Area to be cleared. Testing was observed to smell like citrus for several days. Doctor conclusion that was either food or drinks, nothing else. How awful. Let's call it an end. Submit. No tasks. 5 minutes to 4 o'clock. Wait, is there a thing here? I don't know. Just about ready. Again, through coming. Doesn't suit me. What are you guys talking about? Hi, Carl. We're going to attend the monthly lecture. Each month, the Foundation invites someone famous to hold a lecture to share new knowledge and insights pertaining to SCP. This month is Dr. Trevor. He holds a reputation within the Foundation. Count me in. Am I allowed? I'll send you the link to the monthly lecture. Just 1 second. Click here. Oh boy. Daniel Trevor, Marion Weaver. I can't click it. Oh, it's level 4. No wonder. I'm only level 1. Personal self-help office guide, IT. Okay. Well, here we go. Hope everyone's having a fantastic time out there, as I have nothing more to do than sit here and wait and see what becomes of the secret file. I don't know. Got a lot of reading to do, apparently. Sorry, I didn't know.
There are many stories in this world. Some are read widely all over the world. Some are hidden in dust and known only by a handful of people. Today I'm going to tell you a story no one else has heard before. A real story of mystery and wonder and adventure. And then you too will become the guardian of this story. The story takes place in a world of long ago. The hero of our story is a little boy. His name is Daniel. One day, out of nowhere, Daniel got a serious case of chickenpox. It made him look like a strawberry. To make sure he didn't spread it to others, Mrs. Page, the principal, had him isolate in an attic. And so, in the attic he lived, all on his own.
Mr. Daniel, why While up here in this attic, you'll have plenty of time to practice your penny whistle. I hope you practice well and prepare for next month's art festival.
But Mrs. Page, the melody is so difficult.
Don't give up, boy. You don't give up before you fight.
Ah! Okay, I didn't realize this was going to be a interactive
Daniel
narrative.
was reluctant at first, but he trusted Mrs. Page, and he knew he should listen. And so he practiced the penny whistle.
Uh-oh. Oh boy, this is not going to go well. Oh god, no. This is not going well. Hooray!
Suddenly, he heard some strange noises in the corner of the attic.
Huh? Who's there?
Daniel decided to go over and take a look.
Am I supposed to do something? Oh! Oh! Oh my god! It's adorable! I have to sneeze! I do love the constantly shifting art styles. It's really cute. Oh. Hi? No? Ah!
It was a mousetrap, and there was a red origami paper dragon inside of it. Daniel carefully removed it. It was marvelous and beautiful. The only problem was part of its wing was damaged, but
It looks
Daniel
alive.
found a way to repair it.
Honestly, it just kind of looks at that, but we know what it is. Ah, choose items to repair the dragon.
Mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm.
Stick it!
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Daniel held the repaired paper dragon high up in the air, imagining that it soared over all the world below. He played and played with the paper dragon.
Wee! Woo! Dragon! Soar!
In the warm afternoon sun, Daniel had to fight his eyelids just to keep them open.
Could it be? Or is this all just a dream?
Yes, all a dream.
The next day,
What is happening?
boredom and loneliness weighing him down, he began to fiddle with the old radio.
Our town is located in the plains, where earthquakes are not particularly common. Although there are 17 fault zones around us, they are all inactive.
What's the, that orange stuff coming off the radio by the D? What is that? Is it hot? I'm so confused. Nothing makes sense. I don't understand.
A scrunched up ball of paper rolled over to his feet.
Some conference. Some amazing
Where
conference
did
we've
this
got going on
paper
here.
ball come from?
Just as Daniel went to pick it up, the ball suddenly came to life, and it rolled away. Daniel chased after it.
Ball. Don't hide from me, ball. I'm gonna get you. I don't know if it's like going in a pattern. I can't grab it, so it's gonna stop somewhere. Ball. Ball.
Just as he was about
I
to
got the
seize the
ball.
rolling paper ball, suddenly, terrible sparks erupted from it.
But well, this took a
Before his
turn.
very eyes, the paper ball began to grow, bigger and bigger.
This took quite the turn.
At that moment, a red figure suddenly appeared. The red figure
Wow.
quickly subdued the paper ball and threw it into a cardboard box.
The ball still looked pretty small in that.
Daniel studied the red figure carefully. It had a sticker on its fluttering wing. It was the paper dragon.
I wasn't dreaming. Thank you for saving me.
Daniel was grateful and very happy. He walked closer to the paper dragon, but the paper dragon seemed timid and afraid and
What is
backed
happening?
away. Just then, Daniel had an idea. He took out his penny whistle
No.
and slowly played a tune.
No, I don't want to. Nothing makes sense. I don't like this. This is awful. F A S D F. I don't have enough fingers for this. I mean, I guess I do, but not comfortably so. Like, my fingers don't line up this way. What? I'm hitting the key.
The paper dragon enjoyed the sound very much.
I didn't.
It began to move along with the rhythm, flipping up
That was awful.
and down in the air. Soon the two were playing and dancing, just like old friends. The paper dragon traced out a beautiful arc in the air, communicating with Daniel in a unique way.
My cherished friend, after many long years, we finally meet again. Tell me, how has your family been? A great thank you for playing that music for me. You know how I love the beautiful rhythm of that instrument. But we ought to take precautions, as the room is not stable. Do you still remember how the room works? You're welcome to visit anytime.
The piece
What?
of paper then changed back into the shape of a paper dragon and flew into the cardboard box. The box closed shut, and a calm silence was restored to the attic.
What was with the deep demonic voice?
Daniel rushed to find a watercolor pen and marked the box with excitement in his fingertips.
Here be dragons.
Over the next few days, the paper dragon came out often to play with Daniel. During this time, Daniel introduced many of
What?
his friends to the paper dragon.
I don't know what's going on over there.
That cat's
Something
name is Mrs. Carter. Ever since I secretly fed her some fish for dinner, we've been good friends. That's Duke, Mrs. Jessica's pet. He doesn't like Rainy Day or Mrs. Carter. Only smoked sausages for his taste. And now, we are friends too. My name is Daniel. What's your name?
The paper dragon flapped its wings, as if it didn't understand him.
Well, since you like the sound of the penny whistle so much, why don't I just call you Penny? I'll keep practicing to make it sound better.
Daniel and Penny then played baseball together in the attic.
Let's play cat.
Catch isn't baseball. That's fetch. Can I break the window?
But just as they were in the middle of enjoying themselves, a violent shaking suddenly rose from the ground.
The stubborn earthquake is back at it, folks, and it seems even stronger than last time.
At this moment, the box suddenly shot open, and thick clouds of smoke billowed out, followed by several paper balls. Penny attacked the paper balls without a moment's hesitation and promptly threw them back into the box. Penny then flew around in front of Daniel and rushed right back into the box. As the box closed, the earthquake stopped. Facing a friend's farewell without a formal goodbye, Daniel felt confused and lost. He moved the box to the center of the attic. Facing it, he practiced his penny whistle day in and day out.
I really don't understand
As the
what's
days
happening.
went by, Daniel's playing became smoother.
I don't want to play the penny whistle again. Don't make me.
One day, the box suddenly began to move.
My fingers do not comfortably fit on the ASDF keys.
Huh?
1, 2, 3, 4. This time there were 4 paper dragons. But they weren't alone. Enemies began to jump out of the box too.
Earthquake! Another earthquake! This time it's reached a magnitude of 5.8!
I just want to clarify, we are still playing
Small
the
attic,
SCP game.
The 4 paper dragons fought fiercely against the paper balls. This time, the paper balls used new tactics. They clumped together into a single monstrous ball of paper. It began to shoot strong bursts of electric sparks at the paper dragons as they flew through the air. As they were hit, the paper dragons fell from the air, one after the other. Seeing the injured paper dragons, Daniel felt very distressed and anxious. Just then, one of the paper dragons painfully started to fly and gathered the remainder of its power. The paper dragon transformed into a great beam of light and dove straight down to pierce through the monstrous paper ball. And then came another paper dragon. The monstrous paper ball was blasted to bits, exploding into smaller paper balls. Trembling, they struggled to escape back into the box. The sacrificed paper dragons were reduced to swirling shreds of paper, and a silence pervaded. Peace and tranquility were restored once again to the attic. Daniel saw the remaining 2 paper dragons lying on the floor, badly wounded. He rushed to grab some stickers and treated them at once.
Picking up gently, flatten slowly, stickers on.
Suddenly, countless paper dragons began to gush from the box. The 2 wounded paper dragons were repaired and began to fly. Like 2 colored threads, they merged with the other dragons, flying in unison. The dragons moved
It's not easy
like
to
a
monitor
tide,
this camp. Oh my
flying freely through the attic. Daniel eagerly took out his penny whistle. He showed all his paper dragon friends the results of his hard work and practice.
No. My fingers don't sit on these keys very well. Oh, it's so loud now. What? Hooray. They turn into little paper planes and they fly away into the space. Is that D? My fingers do not understand this layout. It's bad. Alright. Can this be over now? It's super loud. What is the point? I hit the key. What is the point? God, it's so loud.
In the sweet melody of his playing,
That got
Daniel
really
felt
loud. I
himself
apologize.
enter into
I
the world of
apologize.
dragons.
My guy. He is a bunny. I'm not in control of anything. Bacid's wagon.
The paper dragons merged into a long letter and floated down towards Daniel to tell their story.
After the last war, the fantasy world enjoyed a long spell of peace and stability. But now, the giants have returned. They have launched ferocious attacks, trying to invade your world through the room. We are prepared to launch the final defense. Then we will have to destroy your room, for it is the last remaining entryway into your world. Please believe this farewell will only be temporary. We will not be apart forever, and we will never forget our eternal mission of protecting you.
What?
At that moment, the paper dragons flew back into the box. Daniel still couldn't fully understand what the paper dragons had meant, but he had a vague feeling in his heart that he may never see his new friends again. A few days later, Daniel's chickenpox had fully recovered. He could now play the penny whistle very, very well. But the paper dragons never returned.
Why do you just have one letter block? What is this?
Maybe
What am I
it was
doing?
time to leave and move on.
Earthquake warning! Magnitude 6.2! A massive earthquake is hitting our town! All townspeople, please leave your houses immediately and move to safe open spaces!
Just then, countless paper dragons shot from the cardboard box. However, it seemed like they were under attack, spinning and falling through the air in confusion.
What's happening?
Daniel quickly grabbed the stickers out from his bag and did his best to heal the injured paper dragons.
Oh, here we go. Oh, those are just dead. That's unfortunate. What? Who's next? I feel like I'm missing a few of them here and there, but that's... well, I was going to say not my problem, but I think it kind of is my problem.
Swarmed together and pushed Daniel away, subduing him firmly in the corner. He couldn't move. Suddenly, ominous clouds rose from the box, and a violent lightning flashed through the room. The figure of a giant slowly emerged from the thick clouds, and the entire attic became overwhelmed with its evil aura. The giant unleashed its power maniacally. The paper dragons struggled against it, with no means of fighting back.
Okay, don't know what that's going on over there.
At this critical moment, two paper dragons shined brilliantly. Together, they heroically crashed their bodies into the giant.
I don't want to have to keep pressing D.
Had been defeated by the paper dragons, but soon he found that things would probably not be so simple. The giant's figure could still be seen in the thick smoke, looking evil and terrible. The attacks of the paper dragons had had no effect, and the giant had only grown stronger. It fought back with a new ferocity. The paper dragons were simply no match for it.
The earthquake is going stronger still! The greatest disaster this town has seen in over 100 years! My heavens! Will this nightmare ever end?
Why is he still in the radio station?
With the paper dragons now all but defeated, Daniel spotted a frail figure in the distance. It was Penny. It flew gently in front of Daniel and affectionately rubbed its head against his fingers, as if this whole crisis had never happened. Daniel felt like Penny was trying to tell him something, but he didn't quite understand what. Penny then left Daniel and soared into the air with a determination in its wings. Suddenly, the other paper dragons seemed to be summoned. They flew through the air, all together in unison, responding to the call without an ounce of hesitation. At that moment, Penny turned into a great red beam and rushed fast towards the giant. The other dragons followed, shining together like a shooting star. At that moment, Daniel seemed to see a real dragon flying.
No!
The huge explosion from
What?
the impact drowned out everything else in the attic,
What is happening?
The attic rained down with countless pieces of paper, the leftover scraps of the paper dragons. Daniel wanted to collect all of the pieces. He thought he could still fix them.
Oh boy. What was that? It's a book. Ta-da.
Goodbye, my friend.
So the dragon's just got a demonic voice. No question. Okay.
The nightmare is over.
I got a trophy.
The
A touching
earthquake
story.
stopped. With God's mercy, our town is safe. We thank you, Lord, for your protection.
A few days later, the art festival was held as scheduled. Daniel attended the show with his penny whistle.
Can't even comfortably take my finger off the keyboard.
Daniel Trevor will perform a penny whistle solo of a song titled Fly With Me.
The art style changed. I don't want to do this. See if I can actually do this decently this time. Probably not. Turn this down a bit, and I'm just gonna spam the keys, because why not? The game doesn't seem to care if I spam the keys. I'm not getting penalized, so why would I even bother? I keep getting points, so I just keep doing, just spamming the keys. Oh, missed one. At least it's over. Hooray. I'm so confused. We were going to a lecture, but our lecture is 4th grade story time. And we've been treated to something that you would see midday on PBS Kids. Like,
And that's how the story ends.
I don't get it. Why?
You might be wondering what happened next. Are there still paper dragons?
What? Could you speak up? The music's like,
Good question to answer.
can't hear you over the music.
Probably that they are still protecting us somewhere in this world, just like they promised they would, forever, into eternity.
Right, I do remember seeing the paper dragons in Unity? SCP Containment Breach Unity? Is that where I saw them? I don't think I would call that... Okay, whatever. Dragon Soar. What lovely paper dragons, I love them so much. What happened to the cute little ones? Awesome, but where are they being contained? SCP-1762 is now being contained in Reliquary Research Institute, where Dr. Daniel is supervising director. Was that his story? Was he the one telling the story? But did he? Okay, whatever. The cardboard box has remained silent. I thought you didn't attend the monthly lecture. Under the direction of Dr. Trevor, spent 2 years researching 1762. He knows far more than we do. Wow. Wow. Hey, I told you all the particular SCP didn't suit me. Oh, come on. But really, imagining you tidying up files and piles of cute fairy books? It's kind of adorable. Enough. I'm getting back to work. But I'm going to stress this point. That particular did not suit me. I've been here for a month now and entirely adjusted to the job. Though the content of my work is simply process and archive files, it is work that will never bore me. A few absurd jokes aside, most of the archive is really rather fascinating. I have been having hallucinations lately. I feel like someone is calling me, a voice, low and uncertain. They seem to be trying to communicate with me, but I cannot understand a single word they say. In fact, I planned on seeing a doctor, but Zoe told me that it was a typical rookie syndrome, and it would clear up in a few days. I certainly hope that's the case. 9/14/2012. Could I go a little longer? I honestly don't know. That took 50 minutes? This has changed. I don't know. Yorkshire, England. Site 83. Ugh. SCP-300 is stored in a locked, climate-controlled site. SCP-300 may only be performed with prior written permission. I'm just going to look it up. SCP-300. Right. It's that. I just wanted a visual. It's actually the same information here, so of course. Level 3 senior researcher, any observations made? Okay. Antique perfume bottle. Victoria, England. 2 to 8 hours. Okay. Submit. Document 090B. Something changed here? Oh no, it's appendix. Okay. Experimental notes. Observation going well. We have managed to develop a system to record and analyze shifts of the cube. Experiment 150. 120th alignment of the 4th side of the cube. 6th segment alignment recorded. Upgraded to Keter status. Approved SCP-090. Let's just look it up because I would like some visuals so I know what I'm knowing about. SCP-090 images? So from a quick Google search, it's that. It's just a box of boxes, I guess. Nope, I didn't want to play a video. Thank you, though. Experiment conclusion. The combination of different alignment patterns of the body can cause disastrous effects, differing scales. It is presumed that full completion of the item will result in a catastrophe of unprecedented scale. Appears to possess the ability to actively change alignment patterns and will, in order, cause destruction. So, from one of the pictures, I would assume it's it causes weather anomaly and various other earthly destructions. Level 3 penalty foundation aberration, SCP-113 out of personnel reasons, with the intention to use it for commercial purposes. The incident report during 3 months of SCP-113 was exploited. 61 instances of gender reversal were recorded, in addition to 13 deaths and 8 cases of extreme paralysis of Site 17. Announced to contaminate breach of SCP-191 this morning. SCP-191. I didn't want you to... SCP-191. Cyborg Child. SCP-131. Accident Cylinder Investigation. The Caring for Innocence held by Ethics Committee is now Site 19. Today's online premiere feature SCP... Oh my god. SCP-2338. It didn't pull up anything for 131. A jellyfish is her mother. Okay, we're gonna move on. Understanding metrics. Memetics are information particles to contain supernatural abilities and circumstances. A medium that spreads meme does not contain supernatural ability. Okay. September 22nd, 1994, the first complete draft of SCP-898 was administered, and D-Class subjects who were to look into it, SCP-444, after all subjects were safely locked behind the soundproof doors. 12 subjects attempted to break down the doors, presumably in order to escape. 10 fled to corners of the room and huddled in them, covering their ears, and 8 rushed the speakers in an attempt to tear them off the wall. After some minutes, the latter subjects were successful, but they continued to show signs of extreme agitation. On October 1st, 1994, second complete draft modification SCP-898 was administered. 30 D-Class subjects were locked... Okay, so hold on. What is SCP-898? I'm just going to keep Googling these because I don't... Alright, I just want to see them. SCP-898. I want to see a rough idea of what they are. Okay. I got a picture of the back rooms. And some, is this the music box? I don't know. SCP-444. Linguistically conveyed memetic virus. Takes form of valid, coherent, and limited language. What? Okay. After all subjects were safely locked behind soundproof doors, subjects displayed a very similar behavior that were described. Okay. Yep. Compulsion, SCP-898, 898, 898, 898, 898. The first subject to be locked in the soundproof room provided a written sample and asked to copy it onto a blank piece of paper. When that task was completed, a second subject would enter the room, and the first subject would verbally describe what he had written to the second subject. Initially was unable to copy the text until he resorted to tracing over it. He was unable to describe what he had written, and finally resorted to showing what he had copied. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna... Yep, okay, whatever. Moving on. No tasks. Carl! What happened, boss? Did they do it? Again. Temporary archive that needs to be sorted. The others are in the field and you'll have to take over. Temporary? Am I qualified? This mission is an emergency, Carl. It's beyond your current level. But your recent performance has proven that you have the ability to accomplish it. Count on me, boss. Remember, stay sane. And always in awe. Get to it. So this is going to be like a mission-y one, I assume. Right. Consciousness intrusion operation recorded participants director executor D6744 McDonald. Intrusion subject SCP-239. Let's get that information for me here. SCP-239. Small 8-year-old girl with the ability to alter reality to match her expectations. If she can see it, she can change it. Her reality warping powers have been shown among the most powerful of the hyperverse of the SCP Foundation and was taught by SCP-343. SCP-343? Just curiosity. Oh. SCP-343 is a male, seemingly raceless, humanoid in appearance with an apparent omnipotence. If you would like to know... That's not going to come through very well, but you see that yellow text right there? That says God. So, God's an SCP according to that. Anyway, moving on. Incident process. Device applied synapse incident process. Operation executed March 26, 2005. On that night, consciousness intrusion action SCP-239-01, and this report contains a large amount of content. Would you like to read further? And I assume that this is going into the next, long drawn-out mission. However, we are now at an hour, so I'm going to call that here because I got other stuff I gotta go get done today or this week because I am well behind on everything. So I apologize that this has turned something. I can't click on anything else. Main menu, please. And we've already completed filing SCP. Each of these stages may be accessed and replayed through your files. Huh? Oh, right. Cool. Anyway. Nope. That's wrong. There we go. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me today, and until next time. Right? No. I don't want to end this. What's going on? Everything keeps going on. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this live stream. I will be continuing this game probably next week. I'm probably going to just do this game in live stream form and do a mission by mission until it's done at this point because I've been struggling with editing. So for now, yeah, I'm going to go get some other stuff done for today, for this week, because I am way behind on everything. And until next time, I'll see you in whatever comes next. Bye-bye, I guess. How do I close this stream? It's been a while. Ah, yes, this one. Goodbye.